my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be an update from my project Level Up, which was created by Sofie Alexandra. She'll be linked in my description box. You can also find my playlist linked in the description box and at the end of the video, just in case you haven't seen these videos before from me. You can catch up before you watch this one, and also click on the hashtag that's in my description box to see everyone else who's doing this project. I'm pretty sure everyone just uploads on their own schedule. I don't think there's a set date, so you can check all the time and you'll probably always see new videos. Sofie created this project so that she could get use out of an entire palette but also still hit pans. Basically, you start at level 1 and you hit one pan and use each shade in the palette once. Then you move on to level 2 and hit 2 pans, use every shade twice, and so on. Sofie gives herself vetoes because she randomizes her palettes. She also, at least for this year, she said next year she might do it a bit differently, but she also goes back to level 1 after completing level 5 just because it gets harder and harder each level, of course, so she doesn't want to go past level 5, but anyone can do as many levels as they want. However, I think most people who do this project do the same thing as Sofie. I took inspiration from Dannie, who's currently not uploading videos, but she'll still be linked in my description box. This year, while she was uploading videos, and last year as well, she was only randomizing from one brand, Natasha Denona, and I thought that was really interesting to only pick from one brand, just to like narrow down your possibilities. But also I really wanted to, like, if I was going to do this project, I thought I'd like realistically only be able to hit that many pans on my e.l.f. palettes because usually e.l.f. pans are pretty shallow, so I thought I would just also randomize only from one brand, which is e.l.f. Cosmetics, so that's what I've been doing this entire year. But since I only have 5 palettes, I am not randomizing because 4 of them are quads, so I wouldn't be able to do almost any of them for level 5. And I also wanted to hand choose my palettes so that I could wear them seasonally, just so it would be like that much easier to use these palettes because I tend to dress seasonally most often, so I want my makeup to match my outfit. So because of this, and because I only have 5 palettes to choose from anyway, of course, no vetoes. So I'm currently on level 5. Last update, I hit my usage goal and 2 out of the 4 pans on my e.l.f. Cream and Sugar palette, and I said I was just gonna roll on my level 5 palette, which is my Rose Gold Nude palette, just because I was like, oh, it's only gonna take me like probably one more use to hit pan on the other 2 shades. And if you've seen my makeup recap video for September, you would know that I did hit those 2 pans after 1 use each. So I can't, of course I don't have my like panning notebook with me, so like I can't remember exactly how many uses I had on each shade, but I've literally only used these 2 middle shades once, which were the ones I needed. So I'll just put the totals on the screen, but yeah, I do have pan on all 4 shades in this palette now, so this is officially rolling out now, and yeah, I'm just really happy about this. I talked about this a lot in my makeup recap video for September, but yeah, I'm just like really happy. This is the first time I've ever hit pan on every shade in a palette, and even though it's only 4 pans, and even though all the pans were pretty shallow like relative to lots of other brands, I'm still really happy about this. I feel super accomplished, especially because this like at the beginning of this year, this was one of the newest palettes in my collection. I got this sometime in 2023 as like a gift with purchase, so I didn't pick these shades out, so it was like new, and it was also like not my most favorite color story, but I was still able to find ways to use it, and toward the end I ended up like really liking the looks that I did with this palette. Like the more use I got out of it, like just knowing exactly how to use each shade, and the fact that it was like a really simple look. It was very quick to do, but also it went with a lot of stuff. So yeah, I did enjoy using this, but I'm very glad that I hit my goal and it's finally officially rolling out. So here are the swatches of the palette for the last time, and I'll also show you what the palette was looking like throughout this project, but that's it for the Cream and Sugar palette. So now all that's left is the final palette in this project, which is my Rose Gold Nude palette. I rolled this in last time. I didn't think I was like going to be hitting any goals on this, but I did want to be able to use every shade in the palette at least once, just so I could come back and give my thoughts, and I've done that. Today's the last use. I'm wearing this shade right here along with some mattes from the Sigma Ambiance palette. It took me 3 uses to use every shade in the palette. I actually have a picture of the first look that I did with this palette. I usually don't take many pictures with this project just because I'm usually doing like the same look over and over again, but I did want to take a picture of this look because I really like the way it came out, and I'm thinking this will probably be a look that I pan, just to like not only hit that usage goal but to potentially maybe try to hit pan in these, just because they're only like less than 3 months left in the year. I don't know, like I said last time, I don't know for sure if I'll be able to hit any pans, but to get some decent use on this palette, I think that will be one of the main looks that I focus on, just so that I can do something really quick that I think is really pretty. So to do that first look, I set my eyeshadow primer with this lightest shade, and I have to be very light light-handed when I use the shade, because on my skin it is so light and bright. So I honestly don't think I'll be hitting a pan in this shade just because I have to use such a tiny bit of it when I do use it. Then I used this medium tone purple as my transition. I used this deepest, it's like a matte with glitter purple, to deepen everything up, and then I put this mid-tone pink metallic all over my lid. I believe it was this second shade that I use as my inner corner. There are like 2 kind of frosty pinks in here, but this one is more of a satin and this one is like a punchy metallic, so I think this is the one that I used that day. So I'm just gonna probably repeat that look over and over again. Potentially I could like swap these 2, or I could swap these 2, just depending on like which one I end up liking more, but that's definitely kind of like the layout of the look that I'm planning on using to get most of my use out of this palette. The second look that I did with this palette was pretty much using every shade other than this one, so I kind of like, I didn't really set my lid, but just like all over my eye, I put this shade, which is like a very, for me, like a very light purple matte, and then I deepen things up with this kind of like, it's a metallic, but it doesn't have that much impact, but it's like a deeper purple. Then I put this shade, which I thought was like a straight up rose gold, when I put this palette into this project, but it actually does have a little bit of purple in it. The only thing is these 2 shades don't have that much contrast in depth between them, so it almost looked like I had this same shade on my lid throughout the entire look with like very subtle differences. So I don't know if I'm necessarily going to pair those 2 together, but I still thought it was really pretty and I still got a compliment on my look. Then I put this like more satin shade of pink on my inner corner, and that was the entire look for that day. And today I'm wearing some brown mattes as my transition and in my crease, and then I put this rose gold shade on my lid, which is actually a really pretty shade. This is what it looks like, and it's, I don't know if you can like really see it very well. I put it on my lid and my inner corner. It's like such a light kind of like ethereal shade. It's definitely a warm rose gold, but because it's so just like sheer, it kind of just like, it looks like it would go with everything. So potentially this could be a shade that I focus on because I do think it really could go with anything, like warm or neutral. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm happy that I got to use every shade in here, so I kind of refresh my memory on exactly what I think of all these shades, because I have used this palette this year, but I think it was like at the very beginning of the year. For me, this is kind of like a winter palette. Even though it's autumn right now, I'm panning it now. But yeah, I hadn't used it since winter, so I got like a good refresh on it, and I'm very eager to keep using this palette. But for now, I'll just show you what this looks like. So these are the first 5 shades, these are the last 5 shades, and yeah, I'm really liking it so far. My goal for next time will probably be to, I am panning other palettes in my No Pan Left Behind, and I'm also going to be gone for a week where I won't be using really any makeup. I definitely won't be wearing eyeshadow, so I don't really want to give myself a difficult goal, especially because I'm already filming this like over a week into the month. I was supposed to film this a while ago, but I've been out of town. As always, like I'm always just randomly out of town. But okay, I've kind of just talked myself into not giving myself a goal for this coming update, which I'm really going to try to film on time, and I think I will be able to film it at the beginning of November, because now that my 5 4 3 2 1 project is done, that's one less video that comes before this project. But anyway, in about 3 weeks I will come back with whatever progress I have. From there I'll just kind of see exactly what my thoughts are as far as like if I think I'll be like finishing level 5. But definitely by the end of November I want to have my usage goal done. So in like a month and 3 weeks I want to have 5 uses on all of these shades. And then from there I'll see like how deep these pans potentially are, because again, I have like no idea how deep any of these are. I've never hit pan on this format of e.l.f. eyeshadow, and I haven't seen anyone else pan this specific palette. So at this point I'm rambling. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Check out Sofie and Dannie, and also click on the hashtag to see everyone else who's doing this project. At the time I'm filming this, Sofie just updated her project, or uploaded her update today, so check out her video. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day. Until then, bye.